Once more into the breach, dear friend. Once more. Or cover these walls with our English dead. Sadly, we crashed again, so sorry about that. Hi there. Not sure why the live broadcast keeps on crashing lately. It's been pretty unstable for some reason. Not sure if it's because of YouTube, if it's because of it doesn't seem to be because of DC Universe Online. Depends. Which hero do you want? Do you want Magneto? Do you want Batman? Do you want Superman? Which hero? Although I don't think I'm going to reach level 30 with my Batzarro today, but you never know. Oh, a Prometheum lockbox. That's nice. I don't think I will reach level 30 with Batzarro today. So if you want, I can show you the loadout that my Batman is using. Just give me a minute, and I'll show it to you. I assume that's why you want me to log in with my Batman. Ooh, 100 missions. So let's go bring that little thingy here, and I'll show you Batman in a minute.
Sentinels of magic are supposed to prevent you from doing things like that. Maybe they need to go back to
This is pretty much similar gloves. Oh, I don't have that style. I guess I should go repair a bit. And let's see what's in the box.
The Sentinels are trapping them in light cages to block the darkness. Free the Shadow Men and help them enter Eclipso's prison until Shadow outbalances the light.
Let's go for the aura. So let's go back to our lair. Yeah, it's been a while. I think I got a purple not too long ago, but before that, I've been, I don't know, 6, 7, 10 months without seeing. Essentially, it's I've seen like 2 auras since they made the last changes to the log boxes. So let's repair before I forget. Oh, it was a white one. And let's imprint our character before we forget. And let's log in with the Batman. Let's see. For the look, if you can use the Stalwart Defender, that's the look where you can get the bigger emblem as you see right now. Although now I'm using the Daring Vigilante gloves. Although normally I was using the Slimline gloves, but I'll show you why I'm using the Daring Vigilante instead now. Is it the Finned or the Finn Slimline? I never remember. Let's try the Finned. Oh yeah, it is the Finned. Oh yeah, this one is okay. Of course, if you don't have the Stalwart Defender chest, usually what I use by default is the reverse slimline, which works well enough. The only thing is that the emblem is a little smaller than the one on the Stalwart Defender chest. But the Stalwart Defender chest is like 2 or 3 millions on the broker. So if you cannot afford it, well, let's go for the Stalwart Defender chest. Let's go for the reverse slimline chest. And for a good DPS loadout, that's the Justice Lord Batman look. And for the loadout, essentially what I suggest is essentially you start with the battle display, and then you have a Gauss Grenade, Fear Gas, Cryofoam, and you end with the EMP Pulse. The reason for that is that when you use EMP Pulse, if you use 3 powers that will have power interactions between them, and it has to be 3 different power interactions, so you cannot use 2 powers that will give you electricity or 2 powers that will give you cold. It has to be 3 different power interactions. So essentially you start with the first one that electrifies enemies. Then the second one is Fear Gas, which inflicts burning on electrified enemies. And then there's a Cryofoam, which where burning or electrified enemies will explode. Hi, Phil Collins. So essentially with these 3 power interactions, when you use EMP Pulse will do a lot of extra damage. And there's also the Distract EMP Pulse combo, where let's say you're in a rush, like you don't have because setting up your rotation takes a bit of time. Let's go and show you. So essentially, you start with the battle display, then you go with what's it called again? Yeah, I'm getting old. Gauss Grenade. I'm not sure why. Gauss Grenade for gas and cryofoam. So you start with battle display, then you go with Gauss Grenade, Fear Gas, Cryofoam, and then you finish with the EMP Pulse. And then as long as your battle display is going, you can keep going through your rotation. But as you can see, it takes a bit of time. You have to go through essentially 3, 4, 5 powers in order to be able to do your whole rotation, in order to get your payoff with EMP pulse. So if you're in a rush and you need to do your damage with EMP pulse right away and you don't have the time to go through your whole rotation, I'm doing good, Flash. I'm doing good. So if you don't have the time to go through your whole rotation and you need to do a lot of damage right now, then you can use Distract and then EMP Pulse right away. There is also a similar setup with Stealth, but it's a bit more complicated, and the odds of messing it up are pretty high. The Distract EMP Pulse combo is a pretty safe to use, and it's pretty foolproof. So you pretty much use Distract and EMP Pulse right away, and there you do a lot of damage. And then you can start your battle display and go through your whole rotation, while the cooldown of Distract goes down. So as far as DPS is concerned, that's a pretty good loadout that you can use. That will do quite a bit of damage. There's a variation that I'm testing. I'm not sure on which character I'm testing at that, but essentially I'm trying another variation on that loadout. Right now I'm on US PS4 or US PSPC, I guess. And just in case you want to play also as a troll, essentially as a controller, I usually have a loadout that I sort of kind of use on most of my characters. Or it's not the same loadout on each characters, but it's a similar setup. Essentially, you have I usually use a debuff that will lower enemy defenses. In this case, I have the remove damage buff. There's the battle drone for the in order to be able to give a bit of power. For the supercharge, that will give power back to the group. Oh yes, it is. Neil Adams or Jim Aparo, depending on which. It's the 70s, 80s Batman, the classic Batman from the 70s and 80s. So Battle Display is the supercharger I use, although with some other powers I will use the group shield, but Sally Gadget doesn't have a group shield, so the battle drone usually does the trick. I use stealth with this character, defibrillator to give power back, and the taser pull is my power over time. I could probably use something else instead of stealth, but with by using stealth, by using stealth, I can have a few extra powers that I wouldn't have normally, like the thermite mines. Actually, I could probably optimize my stealth loadout a bit. And of course, there's my role play loadout, where I use useless powers like the Batarang multi-shot, which is not very powerful, sadly. So it's only something that I use when I play by myself, just for the fun of it, and because if you play a Batman character, you have to use Batarangs. It's you have to, you just have to, and you have to be a stealthy character. And also, what I can do, what this allows me to do is that with stealth, I can put my supercharge on my stealth loadout. So that way, I don't need to have my supercharge on my regular loadout. So if I need, let's say I need to use my supercharge for reasons, let's wait for the cooldown. So if I need to use my supercharge, then I need to go into stealth mode first, and then I can use my supercharge to heal myself. And what's my other? Here I have the wrong loadout. Oh, no, actually, oh yeah, this is the one I was trying out. Okay. Well, thank you, Phil. For those who never saw this base, let's go around a bit. Essentially, there's all the Bat computers here. The Batman poster there. And we even have the banner with the Batman emblem. And the various armory is all spread apart, but no. And there's the Moebius chair. Not much, Nerissa, not much. Just playing a bit. And someone wanted to see my Batman character, so I loaded that character, but I'll go back to my Batzarro in just a minute. So let's go back with our friend Batzarro. Well, thank you. So we just repaired. I may as well make sure. Oh, let's imprint all. And I'm not sure if I sold all the crop I gathered. I guess not. Oh, one click too many. Yeah, I should probably sell the plant on the broker, but nah. Next time. No, I don't have the one-shot trinket. I wasn't there when maps, essentially maps loaded like this character in the game at some point and fought a whole bunch of players and gave them the what people call the one-shot trinket. I wasn't there when that happened. I only heard about it a bit later. Oh yeah, and there's someone who wanted to know about the some checkmate gear, so let's go check it out. So essentially for the checkmate gear, not just the checkmate gear, but all the gear that used to be a PvP gear that sadly was removed at some point. That's good. That's good, Narisa. So if you're looking for some of the older PvP gear that were removed from the vendors, essentially there's this style vendor over here for the PvP gear. And it has all the checkmate gear. So you can see it's a checkmate operative helmet. Well, let's go for the chest, it'll be more obvious. So the checkmate chest. I'm not sure why it's a checkmate chest, it has nothing really to do with checkmate, unless that was used in the checkmate comic at some point and I don't remember. This one we have the little horsey on it, so it does have a bit of checkmate into it. But essentially, if you're looking for the checkmate gear, this is where you can get it. As you can see, it's the Black Adam chest. I think it's this one. It's not obvious because of the colors. I could make one if you insist. Yeah, I've been toying with the idea of possibly making a vlog. I'm not sure exactly what I'll talk about. I'll have to give it some thoughts. If you have any suggestions, now's the time, I suppose. Well, let's put that red, just for the fun of it. Well, let's put that green. But yeah, I could make a vlog. Is there anything you'd like me to talk about? So here we have the Black Adam chest. I probably should have made the red black, but you get the idea. And it's 800 marks of valor, which means either 4 victory in PvP or 8 losses. So worst, at the very worst, you play 8 PvP matches, and you have your shirt of Anubis. So let's go back to Metropolis. Well, now, if you want me to make a vlog, there's quite a few things I could talk about. I could talk about comics, I could talk about movies, TV shows, I could talk about making TV shows or making movies, since I made some of those.
Calculator here. That would be a meta
They're both nice
society members have
for
power.
different reasons. Like this one has the nice collar, like the nice gold collar, and oh, wrong place. This one has more decorative stuff, so it's not quite as plain as the Captain Marvel one. But the biggest gripe is that they pretty much look like armor, which I'm not too crazy about that. I would prefer if it was slim lines, but what can you do? But I don't think the designers like slimlines very much. They seem to like to over designs the design as much as they can. I probably have a crazy story or two I could share. Uh, from what I understand, it'll be both. I think they're the time when they would make a style for heroes and a style for villains. That's pretty much behind us. Oh. So as you saw, there was a funny guy who was waiting for us at the exit of the. And obviously he's still going to be there, so let's get out of here, but this way. You can get some hairstyles from the Hall of Doom. There is a vendor close to where the style vendors are that actually sells hairstyles. When I go back to the Hall of Doom, try to remind me, and I'll show you where the hair vendor is. There's a similar vendor in the Watchtower if you're playing as a hero. Essentially, it's where you can respec the skill points of your and the skill points and the power of your characters. Not really. I haven't used swords all that much, so I'm not really familiar with the different sword styles that we have in game, and even less where to get them. There is a database where you can look at what items are in the game and where you can get them. But I'm not sure how up to date it is. It could be on a marketplace. There's a few hairstyles, a few female hairstyles in the marketplace. If you give me a second, I'll show them to you in a minute. I understood you meant sword. I would have to look it up. I'm not that familiar with the swords. I think I have one character that uses one-handed, and I rarely play with that character, so I'm not up to date with the different sword style, and even less on where to get them. As for the hairs, there are some hairstyles that you can get from the marketplace. I didn't notice that. There is a bit of lag, sadly. So let's see. We can purchase the Harley style. That's sweet. The goggles aren't bad. Could be worth buying just for that. Okay, so for the hairstyles, it's probably in style items. Oh, there it is. There is a pack with I think there's 4 different hairstyles. Don't beat me up if there's only 3 hairstyles. I think it is 4, but I could be mistaken. As you can see, it's 720 for those hairstyles. But that's probably because I'm a member. If you're not a member, I assume it's $8. So there's a few hairstyles that you can get here. And if not, again, I'll show you in the Hall of Doom. But in the Watchtower, there is a similar vendor as well. I'm sorry about that. Oh, no problem, Nerissa. Slash Mask, is that your character? It's okay, I understood. After years online, you learn to read typos. Slash masked. Let's see. Let's hope I don't get killed while I do that. So the evil Mother Nature was wearing PvP gear. Can you believe that? That's unacceptable. Sort of. Let's see if we can escort two little guys at once. Now I'm an evil guy, but now I do have a bunch of heroes. But this character is a villain. Okay, so we need just one more. They're pretty far away. I have no idea what those sodas are. They're probably pretty low-level sodas. Nah, the lockbox is pretty much the only way you can get the surgeon style for the heroes. The cross style seemed like a good idea when they first announced it, but in practice, it's not as nice as we thought it would be. Essentially, it's only, at least so far, it's only through the log boxes. So you have to be really, really lucky to get the styles from those. You get the Captain Cold hood from from Striker Island. I probably should make a video about that. Essentially, if you go into Striker Island, if you go into the 4-player mission, that's where you can get the... oh, I could show you. Or can I? I won't be able to show you with this character. Yeah, I don't have access to the mission yet. But I could still show you. I'll show you after I get out of here. But it's a pretty rare style. You're going to farm that mission quite a lot before you actually get Captain Cold Hood. The easiest way is to get it from the broker, but it's been a long time since I even checked how much it was, so I have no idea if it's expensive or not right now. I'm not too big about the subbing and subbing back thingy. If you sub to me, I'll appreciate it, and I'll try and sub to you. Although, just as a fair warning, once in a while I'll do a bit of house cleaning, like I did that yesterday or the day before, where essentially I unsubbed to a whole bunch of channels that I wasn't really going to. And yeah, the Striker Island is in Metropolis. I'll show it to you in a bit. I could have sworn every time I think that there's a briefing here. Oh, I think we're going to crash. I think we're about to crash. I'm not sure. There's a huge lag spike. Oh, and for those who don't know, this weekend there's going to be let's try that. The problem is that maybe I won't be able to log back in. So if it crashes, I'm very sorry about that. I guess we didn't crash. So before I go back, I'll take just a second to show you quickly where Striker Island is. It's very easy. And in case you didn't know, I'm looking at the forum right now, and there's going to be a bonus PvP weekend. Essentially, we're going to get double marks of valor and double and marks of legends when playing PvP matches. So I guess this weekend will be the weekend to play PvP. And from what I can see, the Deadshot style has been added into the game, and so has the new PvP maps. It's a 4 versus 4. Let's see if I have access to it. Probably. It doesn't seem to be there yet. Oh yeah, there it is. Belle Reve 4v4. So you can see over there, that's Striker Island. Okay, so that explains why there was the Harley Quinn bombshell style. So they did add a few stuff today, which would explain also why the game seems to be a little unstable right now. Essentially, whenever they add a new patch, it's unmistakable that the game will be a little buggy and unstable for at least a couple of days. So essentially, can we see the portal? There usually is a portal right here to enter Striker Island. But I guess since I don't have the proper combat rating, that's probably why I don't see the portal. So you can either enter through the portal here when it's there, or you can use the on-duty menu to go into Striker Island. Both ways are good. It brings you to the same place, and that's where you need to go to farm the. Oh. Not sure why I could not take off, but anyway. So that's where you need to go to farm for the Captain Cold Hood. So let's go back to our mission. I haven't seen a Suicide Squad yet, so I have no idea if it's going to be good or not. All I saw are the reviews, which are pretty horrible. They're not horrible per se. Like, there's no one who said like, no, it's not true. A few people said it's like the worst movie ever, but not that many people said that. But the consensus seems to be that it's a pretty ordinary movie at best. It's a mess. That essentially, yeah, that's pretty much the consensus. Pretty much everyone seems to agree that it's a mess. There's very little story. There's very little character development. Someone compared it to like the cutscenes of the video games, as opposed to an actual movie with a strong narrative. And it's like a cross between a bad video game cutscene and MTV video clips, because apparently there's a lot of musical cues that don't really help the scenes, from what I understand. So, now I guess we'll have to wait and see the actual film. Okay, so we're probably going to have to, yeah, we have to start over. That's one of the reasons why I did not really want to exit the mission, but, well, what can we do? Yes, I do have a future Batman for Legend. It's the first Legend I bought. Essentially, when I started playing Legends, holy crap, I hated using Robin. Obviously, the main reason was that I didn't know how to use the staff. I had never used the staff before. At the time I was playing, I think, with my character, the Phantom, and I was using dual pistols. So I had no clue how to use the staff with Robin. And so I hated using Robin. So I quickly, I was scared for a second. So the future Batman is the first, I think it's the very first thing I purchased in this Universe Online, so that I could play Legend matches using the Batman. Oh, maybe I should trade colas. Oh yeah, let's do that. I'm not sure we'll be able to. Oh yeah, I can. So as you can see, the future Batman, I have it already. I did purchase a few characters with this little guy. Or I probably purchased those in the marketplace. I don't think I did any actual PvP with this guy. So these are probably the characters that I did purchase in the marketplace. Or like a modern Batman, that one is given to us. And I guess the free legend this week is our friend Oliver Queen. Oh, and okay, I'll finish this. I'll finish my mission first, and then I'll play a match or two with the future Batman. What say you? Uh, he's a good visual filmmaker, but his stories and even his storytelling sometimes is really weak. But he can come up with some really nice visuals. Sadly, often it's at the expense of story and at the expense of the film itself. A bit. Holy crap! I think we're going to crash again. Okay, let's get out of here. Actually, let's switch characters again. I really enjoyed his Dawn of the Dead. I thought he did a good job at remaking that film. And even though it was a remake, it was unique enough that it didn't feel like a remake. It was different enough from the original film that it didn't really feel like a remake all that much. You could still recognize the elements of the original films, but it was different enough that it was a nice change. So let's log in with our Magneto or Galactus. Let's log in with Galactus. And I really enjoyed 300. I think he did a really good job with the film The 300. Yeah, I'll probably seeing how the new PvP map is live. I'll probably try it out a bit. Let's go to the Hall of Doom. But with 300, Zack Snyder did a really good job, and I thought the film was even much better than the actual comic. And he stayed really true to the comic and to not, he didn't just remake the comic, but he really captured the essence of the comic really well. We have no idea when water comes out, but it probably won't be. It'll probably come out only in 2017. It probably won't be this year. So let's see. Where's the for the people who were asking about hairstyles earlier? There's this little lady over here who's selling the actual hairstyles. Oh well, there is a Justice League teaser trailer or whatever that came out at Comic Con. So you can see the little lady is pretty much selling all the hairstyles that you get at character creation. Not sure if she has other hairstyles that you don't have at character creation. Could be. But and when Zack Snyder did The Watchmen, he did a really good job in some parts, and essentially when he stayed faithful to the comic, he did great. But then when he tried to make changes, uh, essentially pretty much all the decisions he made, where he actually changed the original material was pretty much a mistake. The one exception was probably the squid. I didn't mind that he got rid of the squid at the end. No, let's switch to PvP gear.
Non-negotiable.
I didn't realize that. Oh, let's wait a bit. So essentially, you can see I still have to purchase the adaptive android gear. And I guess when I purchase that gear, I'll be able to purchase the Hush gear. And then when I purchase the Hush gear, then I'll be able to purchase the Deadshot gear. So let's try it out. So let's see. So you guys wanted to see the Batman. Well, let's try out the new map 4v4. No, it'll never happen. Alan Moore will never go back to DC. for many reasons. I can't say that I blame him, but he's a bit of a cuckoo puffs. But it'll never happen. First, he doesn't need the money. He made more than enough money with Watchmen and with all the comics he made that were adapted for the big screen. He probably has enough money until the end of days, so he'll never need to go back to DC for cash. And creatively speaking, he's so bitter over the fact that DC kept the rights over to Watchmen that he'll never go back to DC ever. Oh yeah, there's a lot more heroes than villains. Oh, let's try and finish the vault first. Yeah, the Hall of Doom is pretty empty. And it was even worse than before crossplay. Although for PS4 it didn't make that big of a difference, but for PC it made a huge difference. As empty as you think that the Hall of Doom is right now, on PC it was even worse. On PC we were kidding at some point that we could set up our lair in the Hall of Doom. Since there was no one else there. Yeah, I have an atomic character. I have an Hyperion character that uses atomic powers. I haven't used them in a bit. I also have a Vision that uses atomic powers. So I have two atomic characters. I'm going to be a little rusty. I haven't played with this Batman in a bit. So let's hope I won't embarrass myself too much. I was a bit too early with the drone. Doesn't matter. Holy crap, that was bad. I have no idea if there's objectives we need to accomplish. Alright, Bank Sonics. Oh. I'll put that on the to-do list. The Superman symbol, you cannot purchase it anymore. It was available for about a month, and then they took it out of the marketplace. We don't know why exactly. Apparently, there was something about there was some licensing issues, so we don't really know. But we don't really know why they actually removed it. I don't think there'll ever be a DCUO 2, or if there is one, it'll be like many years down the line. Oh, we won! I wasn't sure if we were doing good or not. Oh, I was second. I'm a bit surprised.
One more round like that, and you might have trouble finding your pretty little pigtails and the rest of your head.
Banksonics for the Superman symbol. Right now, there's nothing like that anymore. Uh, Although they've just added a new Wonder Woman emblem, so maybe at some point they'll add a new Superman and a new Batman emblem. We'll have to wait and see. So let's see.
If you do not possess the prescribed training marks, stop browsing and get back.
But for DCUO 2, I don't think that'll ever happen. It could happen, but if it happens, it'll be like in, I don't know, 15 years. Why would they do that? Well, they did do that with other games, like they did that with what's it called? EverQuest. They did have an EverQuest 2, but I don't know if you guys saw there was supposed to be then an EverQuest Next, which was a new generation of EverQuest, and they essentially scrapped their plans for EverQuest Next. So yeah, at some point they could possibly do a DCUO 2, but that seems pretty unlikely. Oh, that was quick.
This is Amanda Waller. The Suicide Squad is now.
As well as mentioned, they could keep on updating DC Universe Online
I don't want to
itself.
hear any complaints. You will.
Although with DC Universe Online 2, they could probably try and fix the engine. They could probably try to use a new engine, and they could probably try to rework some of the maps to be more effective, more streamlined. By popular demand, people wanted to see future Batman in PvP. I'm saying people, but I think one person or two asked for that. Uh, I wasn't too crazy about the killing joke for quite a few reasons. I guess my biggest gripe, the biggest problem I had was the animation was pretty inconsistent. In some places it was really strong, and in some places it wasn't quite so strong. There's a few reasons for that. The reason for that probably is when you work on in animation, you'll deal with multiple animation studios. So it's not the same studio that does everything. Usually you'll work with about 3 studios. And sometimes you'll have strong studios and not so strong studios and pretty weak studios. If you're lucky, you'll get the 3 strong studios, but that's usually that doesn't happen all that often, sadly. Oh, we lost. That's so sad. Yeah, the stream is there was a huge lag spike. So I think that's going to be it for now because as you can see, there's quite a bit of lag. So I'm going to try to come back a bit later today, maybe at 5. We'll see, and we'll try to play PvP. I'm not sure if I'll log in with Galactus or Magneto, one or the other, and we'll try and play some PvP and purchase ourselves some PvP gear. Right now, I don't have enough to purchase some gear. Well, actually, no, I could purchase a ring, most probably.
Advanced combat armor is now
Yeah, a ring or an
available,
piece.
contingent upon proof of the
But
required
essentially, I'll
number
try
of
to
training
purchase. Oh, I could
marks.
purchase the back piece. But I have the back piece. Oh, I have the style, but I don't have the gear. Okay. Let's purchase. Let's go for the gloves. So I'll try to come back a bit later. I'll aim for 5. Uh, and we'll play some PvP. I'm not sure yet if I'll use Magneto or Galactus. Uh, well, if you guys have a preference, let me know. Although it doesn't really matter, I'll probably play Legends PvP anyway. And if you guys want to see certain characters, well, let's see which character I have with our friend Galactus. Let's just. There we go. I thought I had more. I guess I'll play with Magneto then. I think I have more characters with Magneto. Let's go check. But yeah, for the Killing Joke, I wasn't too crazy about the whole thing with the Batgirl. Yeah, I'll probably play with Shazam at least a bit. I wasn't too crazy about the whole thing with Batgirl. Essentially, the whole the whole first part where they added a lot of story, quote unquote, with Batgirl. I wasn't too crazy about that part. And once we reached essentially Batman became a secondary character almost is in his own movie. It pretty much starts as a Batgirl movie, and Batman and Joker are pretty much supporting characters in that film. That's the main gripe I guess I have with that. So let's see. So yeah, okay, I'll probably play with Magneto. As you can see, I played quite a lot more PvP with Magneto than any other characters. Although I'm still missing quite a few. I want the Flash. I should probably try and unlock him at some point. Oh, I didn't unlock Supergirl from the TV series. I'm so sad. I'm not sure if I'll unlock the bombshells. Well, I'll probably unlock them at some point. New 52, probably not. The Dark Knight, well, maybe. I guess the next one I'll try to unlock is the classic Batman. But yeah, you're in luck. I do have Shazam, Captain Marvel, so I should be able to play with him. I think I have Black Adam also. Uh, for the Wonder Woman film, yeah, yes and no. I am looking forward in the sense that the trailer was really nice. It was a really nice trailer with Wonder Woman. The problem is that we had some really nice trailers with Suicide Squad, and from what we can see from the critics, it doesn't look like a really good movie. We had some good trailers with Batman v Superman also, and holy crap, that was a mess, a big mess that one too. Although we could expect the early trailers with Batman v Superman were really good, but when we got the trailer with Doomsday, right there we could tell that just with that one trailer we could tell that the movie would be a mess, and sadly it turned out to be true. For Wonder Woman, so far, the one trailer we saw, holy crap, that was awesome. It reminded me a bit of there was this fan film about Wonder Woman that was made quite some time ago, where essentially you had the Wonder Woman that was switch from the man's world to the Amazonian world, and that they would cut from scenes on the current world, and then they would cut from scenes in the on the Amazonian world, and it was a really awesome trailer. Somehow the trailer they released with Wonder Woman reminded me of that fan trailer, which was really well made. So it's a good sign for that. But again, we did get good trailers before with Batman v Superman and with Suicide Squad and with Man of Steel. And holy crap! And so far, it seems that pretty much all those films are pretty much messes. Ironically enough, Man of Steel seems to be the best of the lot so far, and it wasn't very good to begin with. So I guess I am looking forward to Wonder Woman. If it's as good as the first trailer we got, we're going to be in for quite a treat. But if it turns out to be only the trailer that's good and the movie is a mess, like what we just saw this year, that's going to be a bit disappointing. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. So that's going to be it for now, guys. Seeing how the game is acting up a bit. And I'm going to try to come back at yeah, let's say 5. I'm going to try to come back at 5, and we'll try to play some PvP with our friend Magneto. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.